بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Today I have another reaction video. This video is a sister who reverted to Islam from United States. I think it's from UK, from United States. And the video says, I first knew about Islam from news. American Muslim converted story. It's in 2023. So she heard this Muslims about religion on a news media, and then from there she started to discover what's Islam, what's all about. Then she started researching, I think. And the full story we will all see in this video. I am just saying I didn't watch the video, so this is first time watching this video. And the video is a kind of her face kind of hidden from maybe their family or something, or I don't know, for her own, maybe, I think, safety. Sadly, when some people chose Islam, they have to go through very, very hard struggle to just practice their faith, their new faith. And let's get to the video before I go. I don't know anything about this video. Let's get to it, and we will see whatever happens in this video. Let's get to it.
My name is Ariana Bollinger. I am originally from Utica, New York. I was born and raised here. Growing up, there wasn't really a strict regimen of going to church or anything like that. I was born Catholic. We would read from the Bible once in a while, but I wouldn't say that we were necessarily a religious family, more spiritual, I guess. We did find certain things were important to us, like staying away from doing bad things. That would probably be the extent of our religiousness as a family. I was a little more religious than some of my family members, or I always felt like I didn't know enough. So I started to seek out my own answers independent of the church and you know, the influence of my family. My first encounter with Islam was actually probably hearing about it on the news, unfortunately, because the news doesn't always portray Islam. It portrays Islam as an other religion, something very foreign from the other Abrahamic religions. From just hearing the rhetoric on television, that it kind of raised a concern with me, because the way that they would describe certain events that happen in Muslim countries, it led me to do a little bit more research of my own. As I went into college, I started to mingle with all sorts of people, and so one of my good friends, she was born Muslim, she kind of started talking to me about it, like, what do you know about Islam? We would talk about certain things, and I always kept an open mind to what she said. And it was eventually her and her family, they would talk to me, we would all have great conversations, and eventually I chose to revert, but with their help. What drew me to Islam, there are many things that come to mind, but at the forefront it would be the authenticity of the what's written, how the book has not changed for 1,400 years plus. Also, just the teachings of the Prophet, Hadith, like it's really, I would think a certain way about certain events and certain things that happen in everybody's lives, big ideas, abstract ideas, and I would start reading about different hadith and things in the Quran, and it would click, what was morally correct, what is correct to do, what isn't correct to do. I found that it actually, like, what I would think would kind of align with Islam, and I feel like I was guided to it, just based on my observations, my 25 years of living. It brought me to Islam. What my driving factors are in following religion would be, I always strive to be the best person I can be, to always try to do good for other people, be good to other people. If someone wrongs me, I'm not a vindictive person. I want to be forgiving, and that's naturally how I am. I find that Islam really supports and describes, how a person should be, and that's, how I want to, strive to be. Other things that drive me would be, there has to be some sort of regimen, there has to be some sort of routine. Islam promotes routine, routine in prayer, routine in what you do every day. And of course, the beauty of the world and Allah's creation is also a driving factor, because it's around us every day, and I just say that, thank God for all the beauty that's around us. And yeah, the moment I decided Islam was for me, I was working with some of my coworkers, and I had been talking to them about it, how I want to revert, and I wasn't quite sure how to do it. I know I had to say my shahada, but I wasn't sure if I had to say that in front of the imam or not. And I went to one Friday prayer, and my friend actually called. So the next Jummah, she told the imam that my friend wants to convert, or revert, excuse me. And I went and I reverted, and it was the best feeling ever. I started wearing hijab shortly after, and I knew that it was right for me. The feeling was, it was very emotional when I was in the process of saying my shahada. We have a video of it, but yeah, it was a very enlightening moment. I feel like if I make every decision after this as a wrong decision, the one decision I made correctly was reverting. Of course, I had challenges reverting, coming, from, not the same background. But one of my biggest challenges was, giving up bad habits. Also, trying to stick to praying 5 times a day. I'm still working on that. Learning about, what's okay, learning the proper way to pray. Growing up in my house, I don't think I ever really learned how to pray as a Catholic. So learning how to pray in Islam and learning the different surahs so I can actually pray correctly. Still a work in progress, but I think that's my biggest challenge right now. My family had mixed reactions, not negative, I would say, just very curious. My mom is she's accepting. She does have questions once in a while. She misses that I show my hair, or she misses that I don't show my hair. My grandma passed away maybe a year or 2 ago. I had told her that I had been looking into Islam and I loved learning about it, and I told her, and she was okay with it. She said, as long as you believe in God, then it's acceptable. So I feel like I have her blessings. My mom, she's okay with it. My brother, he's okay with it. He has nothing to say. He lets me do what I want. And my cousins, my friends have been the most supportive. A lot of them, in fact, when I finally started wearing hijab and told them that I reverted, they were like, well, it's about time, because I'm always talking about it. mostly mixed reactions, but positive. Nothing, I didn't receive a lot of negative comeback. Even at work, I went from 1 week just showing up normally to next week fully covered, wearing a scarf, and people had questions, but I didn't mind answering questions. I mean, people are going to be curious. I just give them the best educated answer I can give. My favorite thing about Islam, what I would have to say, is the emphasis on the mercy of God, how he is beyond what we can imagine. His mercy is, everything about him. The other thing would be about the Prophet Muhammad and how his character is described. It's just amazing, and how he conducted himself and the early followers. It's just an amazing story. It's an amazing set of events, and it captivates me. Anything that I hear about it or anything new that I hear, it's just right here. Goes straight to my heart. Some advice I would give is to really examine your own heart, examine your motives, examine it from all angles, but don't be afraid of what others think. Because I was for a while. That's why I didn't wear hijab for a long time. That's why I didn't revert for a long time. For about 5 years, I waited because I was scared of what the reaction might be, my family, my friends, how was my life going to change. But I found that Allah made it easy for me, and hopefully Allah will make it easy for you if you plan to revert. Other advice I would give is just, read. Really do some research, look into it. I have faith that you'll be making the right decision if you do revert. But yeah, that's about it for advice. I guess a surah that would resonate with me the most is Surah Maryam. I found it to be interesting, but I also found it to be very confirming, which is weird to say. I don't know if that's the best word to use to describe that, but I've always loved the way Islam doesn't dismiss the previous religions that came before it. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, that's interesting. I mean, I had known that Isa was a prophet, but I didn't know that she had a whole surah in the Quran. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, maybe because of like my background, but I just find that it's very captivating to me. I think about it often. That and Surah Baqarah, that's also another one that I think about a lot. It's very long, but I find that I think about it often. I try to, look up. I try to read and look up, but I find that these two are the ones to stick with me the most. I hope my meeting with Allah is, I hope that He is pleased with me. I hope that He can forgive me for any way I have hurt His other creation. I think it'll be very peaceful. That's what I hope for. I hope for, for any hardship in my life, I really hope for Him to kind of, He's the reason. It was leading me to something better, is leading me to a great reunion with Allah. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Brothers, sisters, the video was, I really enjoyed watching this video. And this sister describes her experience, how she found Islam, the struggles that she went through with the friends and families, and the people that she worked with, all kind of different people. So mostly people in this part of the world hear Islam from social media, which is not a good information. Following the media, learning Islam from the mainstream media, which is the worst thing to learn. So from there, people are starting to discover Islam and for their own, because why religion matters. We are here Okay, we're alive. What's next? We go to work for our struggle. We pay our bills, running around, get the struggle. We need to survive, and it's gonna end up to somewhere. So we're all on a journey where we finish. Our life is gonna end in somewhere. So what's behind it? Why we are here? How do we get here? So some people say Islam. Some people say there is no God. So like it's really human. They have their personal opinion to say no religion, no God, religion is bad, all that kind of stuff. But people who are really sincere, they will understand why we're here and what's next for us, why, why we came to this world and struggle and run, we have to wake up early in the morning, get to work, get some money, then pay your bills. All these, we get sick. Some people get very serious diseases, and that's how they leave this world. Some people, they leave getting into accidents. All kind of people, living in a different way in this world. So so anyone who is thinking, sincerely, he will start to think why I'm here and what's next. So brothers and sisters, this video is very informational. Even the sister is not feasible in this video. I don't know why she said my family is okay, my friends are okay, everybody was okay with her. But again, she don't want to be seen in this video, as we all see it. But again, it doesn't matter. Most Muslim ladies, they don't want to be on camera. Could be that's the reason. So I'm gonna have to end this video right here, and thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like to the channel so we can go forward. So I always say we, because we is you and me. So we are we, because you are a part of this channel's family. That's what I mean. So when I say we're all together. So please subscribe to the channel and like, comment what do you think. If you have any new videos that you want me to react to, please link down below by the comment section so I can get to it and react to it. And thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.